Ares is one of the most popular gods of the Greek pantheon. He is also one of the earliest documented deities, known from the texts much older than the Iliad. This deity is primarily known as a bloody god of war who was thought to help soldiers on the battlefield. Thousands of helmets unearthed in the lands which were dominated by the ancient Greeks once belonged to men who followed his cult. However, it seems that Ares was called upon not only for war, but also to aid individuals with their personal battles. Moreover, he was believed to be a father of the famous fighting women known as the Amazons, and his daughter Hippolyta was the Amazon queen. Ares was a hero in Homeric tales. Ares is usually presented as an impressive man in full armor and a helmet. He often carries a shield and a spear. However, there are also examples of artwork where he appears on a chariot which is pulled by fire-breathing horses. Ares must have been a very important deity when Homer, or writers known as Homer, created the famous Iliad, Odyssey, and other texts. Although he may not appear to be the best candidate for a popular deity at first, his quick temper and aggressive personality were once viewed with admiration and not just fear. Average people were scared of Ares, but it was a feeling connected with deep respect as well. He was the one his followers looked to for support during the scariest battles. The army which was cared for by Ares could be an unbreakable machine and was thought to always come out of their battles victorious. Ares appeared in Hesiod's writings as a contrast to Athena. He believed Ares was brutal and inspired soldiers to bloody actions. Athena, on the other hand, was apparently responsible for strategy. The Ares and Aphrodite affair. But before you judge Ares as the worst deity of ancient Greece, it is necessary to remember the love affair between the god of war with the goddess of love Aphrodite. Sometimes this relationship is described as similar to the concept of yin and yang. Ares is often depicted with his children, with Aphrodite Phobos, fear, and Deimos, terror, and with his sister Eris, strife. The Homeric hymn 8 to Ares, dated to the period between the 7th and 4th centuries BC, says, Ares, exceeding in strength, chariot rider, golden-helmed, doughty in heart, shield-bearer, savior of cities, harnessed in bronze, strong of arm, unwearying, mighty with the spear, O defense of Olympus, father of warlike victory, ally of Themis, stern governor of the rebellious, leader of righteous men, sceptered king of manliness, who whirl your fiery sphere. Theirs was a mad romance, and it caused Ares to be banished from Mount Olympus and punished like a naughty child by his powerful parents. Apart from having a weakness for women, Ares was also seen as a protector for mistreated women. For instance, he murdered Halirrhothios, a son of Poseidon, who raped his daughter Alcop. From this story, there are some suggestions that women may have asked him to punish men who treated them badly. Athena vs Ares. Ares is presented as a very radical personality and an individual that got things done. He was admired by the famous Spartan warriors. One of the most popular myths about Ares tells of his fight with Hercules. It had to be a very inspiring tale for the warriors, whose restrictive way of living made them an extremely dangerous army. He also appeared in Homer's Iliad. In this, he supports the Trojans. In some moments, he fights arm in arm with Hector, but the plot shows the Trojans' competitors in a more positive light, so Ares is called the hateful, the curse of men, or the man-killer. Homer depicted him as a weak god who was beaten by Athena. According to the ancient writer, the goddess supported the Achaeans, and she knocked him out with a large rock. When he got wounded during the fight with Diomedes, who was supported by Athena, his scream of pain was said to be louder than 10,000 men. Ares in today's world. Nowadays, Ares is one of the most popular ancient deities. He appears in many movies, books, and works of art related to ancient history. During the Renaissance, he was also a very popular motif in artwork. His symbols became the spear and helmet, and he was often depicted with a dog. With time, he